Top down, baby.
Motivation for
It's the
me.
blueprint,
Fuck
baby.
y'all. It's them telling me what I could not be. Oh well.
What's going on, guys? Chris Young here, back today with my first Q&A video on Instagram. But before we get into that, it is time for that very special announcement that I was pretty much keeping from you guys for a week. But I decided to team up with my friend Jave Kicks on Instagram, and we are going to be getting you guys right for the summer. I know summer is rapidly approaching, so we decided to team up and do a giveaway. And I know you guys want some fresh kicks, some fresh apparel for the summer. You know, I have the Air Max 97s in front of me. I have the Prestos, and then I have some Air Max 90s, the laser blue colorway, which are all very much accessible with what we're about to give away. So the giveaway consists of two winners. The first winner will receive a $50 Foot Locker gift card, and then the second winner will receive a Supreme Skeleton Superman tee. It is the black tee. I don't know what season this is a part of, but I assume that it is a very recent release. So yeah, we will have two winners. Once again, $50 Foot Locker gift card, and then the Supreme Skeleton Superman tee. And the rules to enter are as follows. So this will be done on my Instagram, which is Chris Young with an underscore. I will leave this giveaway open for about a week's time, and then I will announce the two winners on my Instagram live on the set date, which is on my Instagram post. So by the time this video goes up, the giveaway will be live. And like I said, the rules are as follows. Follow Jave Kicks on Instagram, subscribe to my channel. The link will be in my Instagram bio, and then comment done. That's literally all you have to do. You don't have to share the post on a story. You don't have to tag 3 more people. This is a simple giveaway, and we are just trying to make sure we get all the people who have supported us throughout the year right for the summertime. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoy this giveaway, and good luck to everyone entering. And without further ado, let's go ahead and get into this Q&A video. What's up, YouTube? I'm Chris Young, and I'm back today to do my first ever Q&A video on the channel. I figured I'd switch it up today just to do something a bit different from the usual shoe reviews that we do. So I did put a questions poll on my Instagram, and to my surprise, I got a really good amount of questions from you guys. Now, a little bit of a disclaimer, I did get a couple of duplicate questions. So just because of that, if you asked the question first, your question will pop up in today's video. If you didn't, it's only because you asked the same question as someone else who asked it before you. I wasn't trying to slight anybody, but I did get a lot of great questions that I'm eager to answer today. And also, thank you guys for allowing me to hit 1,000 subscribers with my last video. Just thank you for all the continued support on the channel. And like I said, I will have a very special surprise announcement on one of my future videos to come. So be sure to keep it locked here. Like this video, comment your opinion on the shoes that we talk about later on today, because I will have a double header video for you guys today. And also, please be sure to subscribe, ring that notification bell so that way you don't miss any future videos to come. All right, let's go ahead and get into this Q&A video, guys. All right, guys, so I'm pretty much just gonna go how the questions were given to me in order. So the very first question is from Rican Boy J. And his question is, well, he starts off by saying, favorite shoe in your collection? And I got the Alma Meniere 3s also. Let me just start off by saying the Alma Meniere 3s are definitely in the running for shoe of the year right now in 2021. If you were able to get that shoe and you see everything that comes with it, the detailing, the special box aspect, and just the quality on that shoe, you will definitely feel the same way. So Rican Boy J, I hope you enjoy your pair. And to answer your question, the favorite shoe in my collection is the LeBron 10 MVP. I actually did my last video on it for Throwback Thursday, episode 1. So if you haven't checked out that video, definitely go check it out. The LeBron 10 MVP has just always had a special place in my heart. It was one of those shoes that I wasn't able to get back when I was, I believe, 13 years old. And I remember just the hype around that shoe, how much it used to go for on the resale market. But yeah, that's always been my favorite shoe of all time. LeBron being my favorite player of all time also definitely adds to that, I guess, love for the shoe. And you know, I mean, they're just so loud, they're so different that every time I wear them out in the public, I always get, you know, crazy looks. Where did you get those? How much do they cost? And that's just always going to be my favorite shoe of all time. So the LeBron 10 MVP is the answer to that one. All right, so question number 2 comes from my bro, Trayvon D. Before I even get into his question, I just wanted to take a moment to acknowledge the great thing that he's doing in our city, Louisville. So he has his own community service project called New Home for Kicks. I'll be sure to leave his Instagram on either the left or the right side of the screen right now, in which he takes in donated pairs of shoes. They don't have to be brand new. They can be gently used, and he gives them back to less fortunate homes or people that need them more than we do. And I think that's just a great initiative he's doing. I gave away, I believe, 3 or 4 pairs of shoes to him back in December or January. And, you know, it was, I guess, reimbursed to me in a way because he ended up doing a giveaway for a Champs gift card. And, you know, I ended up winning mysteriously. I don't know how, but I just wanted to take a moment to acknowledge the great deed that he's doing. Not a lot of people would have the, you know, I guess, class or fortitude to pull something off like that. But, you know, Trayvon is very different. He's a class act dude, and I'm just very grateful to call him my friend. So, like I said, if you guys want to follow his community service project page, New Home for Kicks is the way to go. And just thank you for everything you're doing for the community, bro. And his question number 2 was, you get to collaborate with Jordan Brand. Which sneaker are you making on your own? The sneaker that I would make if I got a chance to collaborate with Jordan Brand would definitely either be a Jordan 4 or a Jordan 11. Now, I can't really tell you how it would look. Like, I wish I had like a little mock-up picture, but I would definitely incorporate basically a lot of parts of my city. Like, I would definitely have a lot of 502. As you can see, I'm wearing the area code shirt today, and it would just be very city oriented. All right, so question number 3 comes from H Hillen 3. So what's up, Harrison? I hope everything is well with you, and thank you for taking the time out to give me a question to answer. His question is, what's your all-time favorite sneaker or top 5? Now, since I did get a lot of duplicate, what is your favorite sneaker of all time? I'll just answer the top 5 all-time sneakers in my opinion, my list. This is in no particular order, so we're gonna start with the LeBron 10 MVP, of course, the 2017 Air Jordan 1 Royals, the Air Max 97 Serena Williams or Queen. What is that, 3? The 4th pair, 2016 White Cement 4s. And then I'll round out my list with the LeBron 10 Championship Pack Highs, the red pair. They came out alongside a camouflage printed LeBron 10 low. So question number 4 comes from my guy Tate Art. Now, before I even get into his question, I also want to give him a shout out. If you guys need art in any type of form or fashion, a painting, a portrait, a poster, whatever it may be, I will be sure to leave a link to his Instagram in the description and on the left or right side of the screen right now. It is Tate Art. He has been my friend for many years now. He's done custom shoes for me. He did a My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy custom Vans for me, and he absolutely killed it. I'll leave a picture up right now. And, you know, he's just always been a good friend to me. He's by far the most artistic person I've ever met in my life. He puts my art to shame, so I'm just very thankful to know him. And his question of the day is Kanye or Drake. And I feel like he set me up for this because he's known me for so long. And back in high school, I used to be a huge Drake stan. Like, I would always listen to Drake's music. I wouldn't give anybody else a chance. So he asked Kanye or Drake. I want to say, like, ever since getting out of high school, my music, like, taste has changed for, like, the better. I was very one-dimensional. I didn't really try and be versatile when it comes to, like, picking out different music. But to his surprise, I'm probably going to have to pick Kanye now. And the reason I say that is because, you know, I don't know. After listening, I just didn't give Kanye a fair chance in high school. I think I was just more caught up in like his apparel and his shoes. But once I really started giving his music a chance, I just feel like he just propelled himself over Drake, but not by much. Like, it's kind of like a 1A, 1B type fare. Like, Kanye, to me, now has moved into that 1A spot just because of what he's been able to do musically and like with apparel and shoes. Like, who's to, like, if Kanye never got into apparel and shoes and just accessories, would the sneaker game still be in the same like state it's in now? Like you have you have Yeezys dropping basically every week. Clothing, Yeezy slides, 350s, 700s. And I mean, Drake has had like clothing, like he has his Nocta brand now, and then he's had OVO shoes, but nowhere near the same impact as Kanye. And then musically, you know, his albums hit a little bit differently now. I love the College Dropout. There's not one Kanye album I don't like. Even the Christian albums now, like, it's just a bunch of great things that Kanye West has done. And I think we won't truly appreciate what he's done. And I hate to say this until he's gone, because his accolades list could just go, it could go across the screen if we're being honest. So if I had to pick now, I would definitely pick Kanye West. Drake is still like my 1B, both extremely talented artists. So you can't go wrong with either or. So Tate, thank you for once again challenging me with that question. I really hate that you asked me this, but I guess he got what he wanted, because I'm pretty sure he would pick Kanye too. So thank you again for that question, bro. All right, so the fifth question of the day comes from my bro Taco Hit the Lotto on Instagram. And he asked, what's a grill you will probably never find or get? And I'm gonna throw a couple of y'all for a loop today. So a grill that I probably would never find or acquire is all the way from 2006, and it is the Air Jordan 4 player exclusive for Derek Anderson. Now, if you guys haven't seen this shoe before, this shoe was made to celebrate the Miami Heat's 2006 championship season, and on the side of this shoe, it has palm trees in the 305 area code alongside a trophy in gold. Now, this shoe, if you're looking at it from just like that picture, it does look very like plain and subtle, but what really makes this shoe special to me is because I grew up a huge Dwayne Wade fan, and Derek Anderson, he graduated from the University of Kentucky, and he just so happened to be on the 2006 Miami Heat championship team, which featured Dwayne Wade, Shaquille O'Neal, Jason Williams, and a multitude of other players, Gary Payton even, and that has always been one of my favorite NBA teams of all time. And when I found out this shoe exists a couple years ago on, I think, like a Nice Kicks vlog, I just knew I had to have this shoe. So I'm gonna tag Derek Anderson in this video on Instagram. He lives in the same city as me, so if he has this shoe, I'm not even asking to buy it, but if I had the privilege to even review this shoe for you guys, I would definitely do it, because that shoe to me has always been like a grail. The extra etching, like the gold etchings on the side of the shoe, and then the red and white hits all the way around the overlay, just always have made it a grail for me. So question number 6 comes from Lillian Bauer 3. Before I even get started into your question, I just wanted to take a moment to say congratulations from graduating from Florida Gulf Coast University. That is a big accomplishment, and I can't wait to see you do great things in the future. So her question was, where do you see yourself in 5 years? Now, honestly, where do I see myself in 5 years? I would love to still be in a higher position, like working in shoes, or just basically be around broadcasting. A big dream of mine has always been to be like working for ESPN, like in front of the camera. I've always genuinely loved public speaking, where a lot of people shy away from public speaking. It's something that I've always really adored, just because it's the one time where I feel like people are paying attention to you. And I know that can be like a fearful thing to grasp, but I mean, you really have the floor, and you just have to really have faith in your communication, and you know, that people will somewhat enjoy what you're talking about. Like with this channel, when I first started the YouTube channel, I didn't have really any confidence, and it's evident when you go back and watch my very first video. I looked very, you know, lackadaisical. I looked very shy. Like I wasn't looking at the camera a lot even. And now I feel like I've come a long way. I'm not saying I'm perfect by any means, but just the improvement is definitely evident as well. So 5 years, I would definitely like to be working in shoes, maybe as a GM somewhere, maybe Nike, Adidas. If that doesn't work out, I would definitely love to be in broadcasting with ESPN, or maybe a local news station in my city. I know that there's a lot of good broadcasting chains around the nation: Cincinnati, Chicago, LA, maybe just one of those cities. And I would definitely love to put my public speaking expertise to the test. So that would definitely be what I'm doing in 5 years from now. Paul Baker's question number 7 is my favorite clothing brand. Now, there's just so many different clothing brands to choose from, but the one I gravitate towards the most, at least right now, is definitely Fear of God. I love, let me give you an example of like what I like from them recently. I believe a couple months ago, they did like a warm-up tee in collaboration with the NBA. So I believe they did a sail color. They did like this clay color, and then I think they did a gray color, but it has like Fear of God on it, and then the NBA logo on, I believe, the right side of the shirt. And I've just always loved their apparel. It's something different. It is a little bit expensive if you get some of the nicer stuff, but I mean, you do get what you pay for in a sense. So shout out to Fear of God. That's probably my favorite clothing brand right now. And yeah, that's pretty much it for question number 7. Once again, thank you, Paul, for all the support you've given to the channel. He's always been there. Even when we had 100 subscribers, he was always in the comment section, and he's just a genuine friend. So I can't thank you enough, bro. So getting into question number 8, it comes from my guy, Elijah Malone. I hope all is well, bro. And he asks, what was your first pair of sneakers you saw that made you want to collect sneakers? Now, this happened all the way back in 2009, and it has to be the LeBron 7 No Fly Wire. I'll put a picture up on either side of the screen right now. It's white, and then it had red patent leather accents. But this shoe was very much the first shoe that I saw that really made me want to get into this thing. My mom got it for me for my 9th birthday, and I remember seeing the shoe in foot action, and she basically bought it for me for my birthday. And I remember going back to school the following week, and you couldn't tell me absolutely nothing, man. That was just the shoe to have back then. And I know I've harped on it in past videos about how Nike basketball was the wave back then. Like, everybody was wearing LeBrons, KDs, Kobe's to school. Like, this was way before Off-White and Jordans. Like, that was seen as something like, if you had Jordans at school, like, you were doing it. But Nike basketball was definitely the wave in the early like 2010s. And it was just something like, you know, the LeBron 7 is a very unique silhouette. And for a fun fact, you guys didn't know, Jason Petrie, he is the designer of the LeBron line. The LeBron 7 was solely inspired by the Jordan 11. So that's why on most LeBron 7s, you see the patent leather wrapping all the way around the shoe. So if you guys didn't know that, that's your fun fact for the day. But yeah, the LeBron 7 No Fly Wire was the very first shoe that I saw where I was like, man, I want to have a massive sneaker collection one day. And thankfully I do now. And the LeBron 7 is very prevalent in my collection. So thank you again for that question, Elijah. I hope all is well. All right, so question number 9 should be very, very quick because my barber, Irv G the barber, asked, when you gonna let me cut off all your hair and give you a low even? I guess when I hit 100,000 subscribers. So basically that's never gonna happen, but thank you for asking that question. I hope all is well with you, bro. I'm gonna get back in the chair soon. I just had been experimenting with different type of hairstyles and coils and twists. But yeah, when I hit 100,000 subscribers, I will let you give me a straight fade and we will call it a day with this, this fro that I have. So he's a character. All right, so question number 10 comes from my guy Darren Tino on Instagram, and he asks, what is my favorite colorway of Jordans 1 to 23 or 1 to 15? Now, this one was probably one of the best questions I received just because it really made me think. Once again, we've had so many shoes come out over the years that sometimes you really start forgetting about the shoes that did come out. But I did have to make a list for this, so bear with me, guys. I'm gonna read it just like how it is. The Jordan 1, my favorite colorway is the Royals from 2017. My favorite Jordan 2 are the Just Don 2s, the blue pair. My favorite Jordan 3 is the white cement. My favorite Jordan 4 is the white cement. My favorite Jordan 5 is the black metallics from 2016. My favorite Jordan 6 are the Carmines, every release, I guess you could say. The Jordan 7, my favorite one, the French Blues. I don't really like 7s, but the French Blues have always been one I've gravitated towards. My favorite Jordan 8 is the Playoffs. My favorite Jordan 9, this one was kind of tricky because I like the olives that came out in 2012, but I also like the Motorboat Jones. Those are both terrific colorways of the Jordan 9s, and I feel like the 9s are very slept on in today's sneaker age, so that one was very tricky. My favorite Jordan 10 is the Steels. My favorite Jordan 11, and this should come as no surprise, the Concords. How can you go wrong with them? My favorite Jordan 12 is once again the French Blue colorway, so the French Blue 12s. My favorite Jordan 13 is the He Got Games, just a classic colorway, and then you have the classic movie to go along with it. And then my favorite Jordan 14 is the Ferraris from, I believe, 2014. So just a very nice list, I'd say. Let me know what you guys think about this list, and let me know what you guys' favorite colorways 1 to 14 are in Jordan silhouettes. All right, so question number 11 comes from Kaya's Kicks, and she asked, what future releases are you looking forward to copping in 2021? Now, I'll give you my three that I'm very looking forward to that are, I guess, coming out soon. My first one would be the SB Dunk Low What the Paul. They were made for Paul Rodriguez, and they just loaded up on the sneakers app, so it appears that the draw will be on the 24th of this month. So hopefully I can hit those and end my 0 for 50 streak on sneakers, but I doubt it'll happen, so I might have to bite the bullet and pay resale on those. That's just a shoe I can really see myself in. It's very loud, vibrant, and you know I really like to gravitate towards these shoes if you've been a long-time subscriber of the channel. The next shoe that I'm looking forward to in 2021 is the Air Jordan 4 Union in the Desert Moss colorway. And then the last shoe that I am excited for 2021 so far is the Air Jordan 4 Lightnings. All right, so question number 12 comes from my guy, Ignat Al, and he asked, when did you start collecting sneakers? I started collecting sneakers around 2013. I'd say the first shoe that really caught me in like collecting shoes was the Foamposite Safaris. If you don't know what that shoe looks like, I will put a picture of it on the screen. It is black, orange, and then it has the safari bubbles going all the way around the overlay. But yeah, that was like the first shoe for me that really wanted to get me like collecting. Ever since then, I've been blessed to say I've owned at least 200 different pairs of shoes. And you know, collecting sneakers, it's done more for me than to just say like I have shoes. I've gotten some of my best friends through collecting shoes, through the campouts, through the, you know, the sneaker conventions, just knowing like so many people have the same passion as me, it really just made me want to collect sneakers even more. And yeah, that was around the time, I'd say 2013, I really got serious about collecting. And yeah, it's just been a great ride. I can't believe I've already been collecting for almost 8 years now. And we've gone through so many different shoes. It's hard to really grasp. Like I tried to make a list of every single pair of shoes I've had. And it was kind of overwhelming because it's like some of these shoes I never even got a chance to wear. Like a lot of these shoes, I brought them home, took pictures, and then shipped them right back out. It's just very crazy to think about. So yeah, 2013 was definitely around the time where I got started into collecting sneakers. All right, so question number 13 is from Tegan K200, and they asked, what is a sneaker you regret buying? Now, this one is going to be very easy for me to answer. The sneaker that I regret buying the most is the React Element 87 in the bone colorway. Now, I don't know if you guys remember, but when this shoe first released, it was garnering a very high resale price, and I don't know why. Because when I got this shoe in hand, it was very, very lackluster. From the presentation aspect to when putting it on, comfortability, everything about this shoe was just garbage to me, to be completely blunt with you guys. I took this shoe out for a couple hours just on like a test run, and if you guys are familiar with the 87, it doesn't have very much a collar going around it. It's just like a very thin lining piece, and wearing this shoe with no-show socks, it basically cut my ankles. Like that's how sharp it is. And I don't think shoes are supposed to do that. And they just weren't really comfortable at all. Like they had like a see-through material. So I guess the socks that you were wearing could change like the overlay portion of the shoe and how it looked from the viewer's eye. But I was just not a fan of this shoe like in hand. In pictures, it looked okay. But after getting the shoe in hand, it just didn't meet the expectations that I had for it. And I did end up selling the shoe. I think I sold the shoe in record time because after I took them on that first test run, I put them right up on Mercari and I sold them. Like I was just not trying to deal with that shoe anymore. It didn't live up to the hype for me, and I just never really understood the allure after it. So I can definitely see a lot of the sneaker community has really pushed away from that model, and the resale prices have not been what they used to be. So yeah, the React Element 87 was definitely my shoe that I regret buying. Question number 14 comes from Sneakers Out of the Box, and she asks, what is the end goal for sneakerheads? Now, I think I'm gonna answer this right. This one was a little confusing, but I think I get where she was going. I would say the end goal for a sneakerhead is basically just making connections, getting shoes for retail, and just buying what you like. Now, the making connections part, as you know, like we've had a really good connection. I actually met this woman at a camp out, and she's been a really great friend to me ever since then. The making connections aspect is very imperative in the sneaker community because, you know, we can all buy shoes, but when you have friends that you can talk about the passion with, I think it really just adds to the, you know, it adds to the passion per se. Like it's really cool to know that other people have the same, likenesses as you, and you can really pick somebody's brain as far as like what they like, what silhouettes they like, and how they got into the sneaker game. Getting shoes for retail helps as well. The sneakers app hasn't really been helping with that, but I mean, who doesn't like getting shoes for retail? As far as like staying away from resale prices, that definitely, it drives you out of the game because you just keep having to give away this money. Well, I wouldn't say you have to keep giving away. At the end of the day, it's your choice how you spend your money. But I mean, some of these shoes, I feel like they're just mandatory to have, so you shell out that extra money. And the last thing that I said was, what did I say? Making connections, getting shoes for retail, and I can't even remember the third thing I said, but the end goal, oh yeah, buying what you like. So there's going to be a lot of different trends from 2016 to 2021. Think about how many different sneaker trends have changed. We used to be really high on Pharrell NMDs. Those don't have the same hype as they used to. Just know, like, you don't have to follow the trends. Like, it's okay to like change. Nobody's saying you have to stay the same. Like, I have definitely adopted a lot of different sneaker likenesses over the years. I haven't stayed in the same fishbowl per se. I've tried to venture out and broaden my horizon. So just really buying what you like, but definitely not being afraid to change. And I would say those are like the end goals of being a sneakerhead. So question number 15 comes from Nat One, and he asks, what is your favorite material to put on foot? Now, my favorite material to put on foot would definitely have to be suede. The quality of suede that we have been getting in recent memory from Nike, Adidas, and New Balance has definitely been remarkable. The brushstroke effect has been really nice, and it's just, suede looks really good from an aerial view, and it's just something that feels really good on foot. So suede would definitely have to be my answer on that one. All right, so questions number 16 and 17 come from one of my favorite people of all time, Juliet Celine. I hope all is well, sis. And she asked, where would you live if you could live anywhere in the world? To answer that very briefly, Miami, very beautiful city. I love the Miami Heat. I would always go to games, and I would definitely always go to sneaker boutiques there and visit the beaches. So that would be question number 16. And question number 17 is, who are your top 3 artists? Kanye, Drake, Cole, no question. All right, so question number 18 comes from B Morris 22 1986, and they asked, Alma 3s or Travis Scott 6s. I believe he's talking about the British khaki colorway that just released. I would definitely have to go with the Travis Scott 6 British khakis. They're definitely both very stellar collaborations. They came with special boxes, a unique storytelling aspect, and I just love both of them. I have both of them in my personal collection now, but as far as the one that I would pick for myself over the other, I would definitely have to go with the Travis Scott Jordan 6s. When they came with a special box, glow-in-the-dark aspects, and then a dust bag, I mean, it was hard to go against them. And, shout out to Travis Scott for making another crazy Jordan collaboration. The Alma 3 is definitely my 1B. It's a close second, but I definitely have to give the nod to the Jordan 6 Travis Scotts on that one, bro. All right, guys, question number 19. It is the last question of this Q&A. Comes from my bro, Caleb Suave, and he asked, how do you feel about these exclusive LeBrons being re-released with a marketing down emoji? So I guess how I feel about that would be, I feel good about it. Of course, the person who wants to have rarity in their collection and a person who's very greedy with player exclusives is going to feel a little bit upset about it. But for me, it's really great because I'm a consumer. Like, I'm more of a collector than a reseller. I resell occasionally, but I'm not the primetime reseller like some of my friends are. So to have exclusive LeBrons finally come out, I mean, it's fine with me because I have a chance to get them for retail. A prime example is all the 8s that have been dropping. We saw the LeBron 8 graffitis drop, which were a player exclusive, and then we got the hardwood classic 8s recently. So I just really like how they're giving us all these player exclusives. I guess, I sometimes agree with keeping stuff rare and keeping things in the vault. But, as a LeBron fan, I want to have every shoe he's balled in. I want to have every shoe that's gotten leaked. And, it's definitely a great time in LeBron's. Contrary to what people believe, LeBron's are very popular. I know Jordan Brand, Yeezys, they get a lot of the love now in the sneaker community, but there is still a very big LeBron fan base that I am in. There is actually a LeBron Facebook group that I'm in, and LeBron's definitely sell with ease in that group. So to answer your question briefly, Caleb, I am very excited about all these exclusive LeBrons that are coming out. All right, guys, so this pretty much concludes my Q&A video for the day. Let me know what you guys think about this idea down below in the comment section. I really enjoyed answering these questions for you guys today. I'm glad that I got a multitude of them. I just hope next time there aren't a lot of duplicate questions. Thank you guys again for watching today. Please be sure to like, comment, subscribe, ring that notification bell so you don't miss any future videos to come. Stay blessed, and I will see you guys on the next video.